Hi and welcome to Tabletop Gaming. My name is Charlie and today we're going to do a first look at the dig. Now, if you saw my video on Dragonmeet where I talked about things that I found were quite exciting there or I was looking forward to, one of the things that I pulled up was the dig by Anna Blackwell. Now, Anna is one of our long-term contributors to the magazine. This is in no way relation to that, in no sort of link to that whatsoever. She just does cool RPGs and I want to talk about them. But you may recognise her, if not from the magazine, from things like Delve or Apothecaria, for which she's well known, and I would encourage you to go check out the cool stuff that she does. The one that I'm going to talk about today though is the dig, because I think it does some cool different stuff, and I think it's worth taking a look at on camera for that reason. So without further ado, this is the dig. It is a solo journaling RPG, so it is one where you will be doing most of the work here, if that makes sense. You'll get a prompt and you'll write down based on what happened thereafter. So if we read the setup or description that she's given, you are the head of a paleontological dig looking for the crystal spine, the last piece of a diamond-covered fossil that was found near here. The university, who have so graciously funded the dig, encourage you to log the various fossils you discover, as well as keeping a journal for the day-to-day. That's where you come in. Good luck, Doctor, you may well need it. Now, rules-wise, all you do is you excavate one box per day, record the finding in your journal, and follow the prompt that you uncover. You start on square 1 and you end on square 21, but you can change the order therein. Now, granted, this doesn't look like most RPGs that you may be familiar with, or most solo RPGs that you can be familiar with. And you know why? It's because you scratch it off as you go. You literally are digging for your answers. You are an archaeologist, and in this case, as you scratch off each section, you get a new prompt to do something cool, something new that you then draw into your own story, your own journal that you are creating along the way. How cool an idea is that? I've got no idea what I'm going to uncover as I go around day to day, and my story might be totally different to the next person's story who plays it, because they might uncover things in a different order, have a different way or history that they put things together in, what the fossils are, what the fossils mean. Oh, it's so exciting. So I thought today we would take a look and see what it is beyond maybe 2 or 3 of them, because I don't want to ruin it for you, but I do want to see what's going on, and you may as well come along for the journey with me in this first look. So let's get scratching. I just want to pause and say this is one of the coolest things ever. Like, I love this. Okay, so as we uncover, we have day 1 and we've actually found 2 there. Look at that. I would normally spend hours making sure that it's perfectly scratched off and everything is beautiful, but for the sake of speed, we'll stick with a slightly messy version. Day 1, you set up your dig site today. Where in the world are you and who are you? That's a nice foundation. That's where we're going to start off. Where are you? Who are you? Maybe add in some background, maybe add in some cool stories, what's it like where you are, all of these things you sort of spill. You start off with those 2 prompts and you, cool, let's go on to something else. Now, the passage of time, the sun has come up, the sun has gone down. We are on day 2. Let's take a look and see what another one is. Now, if anyone has any preference, I'm sorry, too late, because I'm going to have to scratch one anyway without waiting for your comments as to which one's the best one. But what I'll do is I'll go for the one directly below it, so that we can carry on through. So it is slightly messy, I will say that. But so the next day is here. So you'll see we've got a couple more questions, a couple more prompts, cool things to look at. So in this case, you spend a beautiful evening with another researcher. Who are they and what did you 2 get up to? Now, of course, you can take this in any direction you wish. You could have them throw a mystery at you. You could have them tell you stories of random things. You could have a night out on the town and do all sorts of crazy things, wake up with a tiger in your bedroom and who knows what. But it's just a really nice way to sort of prompt you into doing other cool things. Should we do one more? Let's do one more and we'll see what's under the last one, and then go from there. Okay, so last one. By the way, you can do these in any order. It's just I like straight lines. Sorry. This one says you have a frightening dream about a beast. What happened? Now, can I say that I like that this finger spills it, or claw, paw, thing, toe, something spills into the one above. So I thought that was another fossil. I didn't realise that was part of a monster. That's quite a nice little reveal. And possibly fortuitous. Could I link it to something that I was told? Was I told a mystery before? What happened? So you have a frightening dream about a beast. What happened? I like this because this you can then tie into some sort of mystery that links in the dig site. So I might not start here. I might be like, right, today we found this. It was really cool. We didn't know what it was. It was a claw that had these sort of markings in, and I don't know why it had those markings. Maybe it's fine. And then that evening have a frightening dream, which I will then therefore log in my journal, and sort of talk about what that dream was and maybe how that relates to either folklore. That could be a cool route to go down, like, so maybe we've disturbed something that we shouldn't have, or like a Cthulhu route and there's some sort of mythos that's going to come out to get me. Well, I did say at the beginning where I was. Who's not to say that it's not the Miskatonic University that has sponsored me? Who knows? There's a lot of options and a lot of ways. Like, already my brain's turning. We've had, what, 4 questions? Where are you? Who are you? Who are they? What did you get up to? What happened? We're 5 questions in and I've got like a whole plot line happening and I still don't know what's behind the rest of them, so I don't know what route my story is going to take, but I can imagine it coming out with quite a huge journal at the end. I would be very tempted to do this for NaNoWriMo or something along those lines. If anyone does that, let me know in the comments if you do. I feel like I'm alone in this journey, but I think this is really cool. As solo RPGs go, they can get a little samey. You can see some really, really cool prompts available, but you do sort of almost expect the same sort of stuff. I really like the tactile element of this, of being able to scratch off my next day and not being able to know what's coming. I can't pre-plan my answers to fit in with stuff that's coming later because I have no way of knowing what it is until I've scratched off the whole thing. Obviously, the big downside to this is that I can only really do it once. I can follow the prompts, but they're not obscured from me any further. But I still think it's pretty cool. Now, whilst that is a drawback, they are only £10 to buy. So it's not too bad in the grand scheme of things. We're not talking like £100 worth of legacy game that you can never play again. We're talking a £10 solo RPG journey that you can get as much out as you want to. If you want to write longer, you can. If you want to wait longer, you can. Now, the other thing that she mentioned in the description on this is that once it has all been scratched off, it is quite a nice poster, which I hadn't even thought of. It's quite a nice prompt to keep around and to keep with you, and to dive back into if you want to. The mystery is gone, but where you go with what you do perhaps isn't. Maybe, for example, you lay this out and you number everything and you roll a dice for which day you're going to do next. That's always an option. Maybe you do it. So she joked in part of it that's like, excavate 1 box per day, like an advent calendar. Number them all up at random, then do them on the day order that they're in. There are ways around it and ways to make this work. I really like it as a solo RPG. This is quite a cool way to do things in a small, cute, finite way that leads to potentially interesting results. Now, of course, I will not do any more than what I've already done. It's already a bit spoiler-filled, but I would love to hear the stuff that you've done. Have you played this? Did you like it? Please pop it in the comments. Let me know what you thought. Let me know if you like this style of game and whether you like this style of first look. We don't often get a chance to look at RPGs like this, and I've quite enjoyed it, so let me know if it's worth doing more like this. Now, as I mentioned, you can find more from Anna both on her site. You can also find a little bit more from Anna on our site, because we've mentioned she writes for us sometimes, so you can go check that out. Our address is tabletopgaming.co.uk. I will pop more links in the description for you, so you can go check those out, as well as some reviews that we've done of her games previously. On that site, you can also find things like the game store, mystery boxes, advent calendars, if you like the whole advent thing, the different RPGs, reviews, features, games, interviews, all sorts. It's all on there for you to enjoy, so I hope that you do. As always, thank you so much for watching and join us again soon. Have a great day.